It's Sunday morning on CBS, and here again is Jane Pauley.
The 1992 movie Malcolm X, starring Denzel Washington, just one of many memorable Spike Lee films. Lots of movies, but no directing Oscar. Could this be the year? Lesley Stahl of 60 Minutes has Spike Lee's story, and a warning, there's language some may find offensive.
Here are the nominees for achievement in directing. BlacKkKlansman, Spike Lee. BlacKkKlansman.
BlacKkKlansman.
Adam Driver in BlacKkKlansman.
Imagine Spike Lee's pleasure last month when he and his latest film, BlacKkKlansman, got 6 Oscar nominations,
BlacKkKlansman,
including for Best Picture. Actually, you don't have to imagine it.
So we all got up early to watch it. My son Jackson, we didn't even know he was doing it, videotaped on his iPhone. Now what you see was everybody jumping down for Best Picture.
And we're all
jumping down.
After 40 years of directing nearly a film a year, this is Spike's first nomination for Best Director and Best Film. It's a sore point going back 30 years when his widely praised film, Do the Right Thing, that he directed and acted in as Mookie the Pizza Delivery Man, was overlooked for Best Picture.
Always do the right thing.
That's it?
That's it.
I got it. I'm gone.
A lot of people said you were robbed. Did it hurt?
Oh, it hurt. And the reason why it hurt, if they chose a great film for Best Picture, I've been cool with it. But their choice?
Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, that one.
That hurt. Up against yours.
Hurt like a
Hurt like a beep, beep.
It did. After Do the Right Thing, and it was solidified with Malcolm X, I was never going to be put in a position myself where I needed someone's, whatever it is, to validate my work, like to give it value. I mean, I know what I do, and the people let me know. People tell me I've changed their life, how they never thought about going to college before they saw School Days, how they never even thought how that black people can make movies.
Isn't it ironic, I think it is, that now that BlacKkKlansman has been nominated, you're up against the Green Book, which is, kind of a reverse Driving Miss Daisy, a white man driving a black man.
Well,
there you go. Isn't that funny or strange?
I had to talk to my wife, and we're not speaking about no other films, particularly that one.
If it wins, you're not going to say a word?
Well, I didn't say that. Let's not take it too far.
If you haven't seen BlacKkKlansman, here's the short version.
6 words. Black man infiltrates Ku Klux Klan. That was it. That was it.
That was it.
That was it. The greatest ever. 6 words.
But it happened. You didn't make that up.
A black cop, Ron Stallworth, really did infiltrate the Klan.
Sorry, who am I talking to?
This is Ron Stallworth calling from Colorado Springs, Colorado. How are you today, sir?
In the film, Ron, played by John David Washington, Denzel's son, gets on the phone with David Duke, the Klan's Grand Wizard, played by Topher Grace.
I'm just happy to be talking to a true white American.
Amen. It seems like there's less and less of us out there these days.
In 1978, Stallworth, a Colorado Springs detective, began an undercover investigation into the Klan and later wrote the book that inspired the movie.
How on earth did you get away with this?
With a little bit of luck, with a lot of skill, and with the participants that we were investigating being as dumb as they come.
The members of the Ku Klux Klan.
That's correct.
Dumb. Gullible,
Dumb and
certainly.
Dumber?
Dumb and Dumber and Dumbest. Yes.
To persuade the Klan of your authenticity, you said some vile things over the phone.
I used their language, the language of hate.
Yeah. What, like what?
When they asked me why I wanted to join, I said I hate niggas, pigs, chinks, Jews, Japs, and anybody else that isn't pure Aryan white like I am. Like we are.
In the movie, as in real life, Ron answered a Klan recruiting ad. When he was invited to join, there had to be two Rons. Black Ron on the phone.
They want to meet you. Yeah, well, you probably shouldn't go to that meeting.
Good call, Sarge.
And White Ron, played by Oscar nominee Adam Driver, who would go to Klan gatherings.
Mr. Duke, I would like you to meet our newest recruits, Ron Stallworth.
Ron Stallworth. It is a pleasure finally meet you in person.
Same. You as well.
The real Ron showed us his Klan membership card that he keeps in his wallet. It's signed by Duke.
That's how he
signs
signed it. Yeah, just Duke.
Just Duke. Last summer, when the movie came out, Ron got a surprising phone call from someone he hadn't talked to in 40 years, Duke himself.
And he had issues with how he was being portrayed, and he wanted to discuss that with me. I guess he thought I was going to go to Spike and appeal to Spike to tone it down a little bit. That's the only thing I can think of. But
Unbelievable.
That's why he called.
Ron's wife, Patsy, recorded the call on her phone. Ready? Yep.
I don't have the same recollection that you do on some of the terms because I've always prided myself. In fact, all my Klan people always talked about how that I don't use the N-word. But I'm not saying I've never used it in context, obviously.
Spike was called the N-word many times when his family became the first blacks to move into Cobble Hill, then an Italian-American neighborhood in Brooklyn. Did you have any other acts of racism against you?
I wanted to join the Boy Scouts. And they said I couldn't do it because I wasn't Catholic. Yeah, well, we all knew what it was. My father told me what it was. So after that, I said, F the Boy Scouts. I don't want to be in them.
His father, a jazz musician who wrote the scores for most of Spike's early films, taught him another lesson. You have a policy against drugs. Have you ever even had a joint yourself?
It's well publicized. My father had an addiction.
Oh, I actually did not know that.
So just seeing that, he was a jazz musician, that era. That era, jazz musicians, they were doing stuff. And so
His mother, who died when he was away at Morehouse College, was an English teacher.
My freshman year, I was very lonely. I was homesick, and I write my mother every week. And every week, my mother would turn those letters that I wrote, and it looked like she had cut her wrist on the paper. It was all marked up in red. And she was telling me, I can't believe I have a son that goes to Morehouse that's semi-literate.
The semi-literate, now 61 years old, and just nominated for writing the BlacKkLansman screenplay, bought this building in Brooklyn 25 years ago from all the money he'd already made on his movies. It's the headquarters of his production company called 40 Acres and a Mule. It's where he cuts most of his movies with his editor, Barry Brown.
It's a shot that Spike has used a lot, very effectively.
Spike, when's the first movie that you use this?
Mo Better Blues.
It's where Spike keeps all the stuff he's collected over the years, including shots of him spouting off at Knicks games in a way that's earned him his reputation as an angry black man.
They don't know what I was yelling, so.
Do you know how I get up for my game? Do you know?
And there were reminders of his career as a maker of and actor in his famous ads for Nike Air Jordans.
Oh, money, why you want to do that to me? Why you leave me hanging?
There's just one thing missing in all the clutter in his office. an Oscar for Best Film.